Hey guys, I'm MB, founder of underdogchance.com, and in this video I will share all my betting mall projections and today's picks and bets from baseball for Friday, June 20. Right now I'm sitting at 7.29 units of profit. Yesterday I had a losing bet with Houston first 5 innings. This was the only qualified bet. I beat the closing line. Unfortunately, they didn't beat Oakland in first 5 innings, but the bet was good. First 5 innings are doing better this season. Full games are a little bit weaker, but there is still a lot of time, and I believe that I will finish with the profit. The goal is to make around 35 units of profit, and there is still a lot of games to make. And first, I will share my projections, my winning probabilities, my qualified bets, and I will also talk a little bit about how to analyze games, what is the mindset before I create a betting model. I use simple concepts that anyone can use if you know how to combine them all together. Okay, but first, let's start with projections, and then I will talk about betting models for those who wants to use betting models and analyze games. Okay, Seattle Chicago Cubs. We have George Kirby against Matthew Boyd. Based on my projections, this is close to 50-50 game. As you see, my betting model projects 50.32% of chance for Seattle and 49.67 for Chicago Cubs. Of course, there could be small discrepancies as well. My projected odds are very close to 50-50. Bookmakers favor a little bit Chicago Cubs. And I think there is small value with Seattle at plus money. Not good enough based on my criteria, but I think if I need to pick anything, I would go with Seattle money line. Okay. Then we have the second game, Texas against Pittsburgh. Jacob deGrom against Mike Burrows, two right-handed pitchers. Pittsburgh is playing at home. And based on my projections, they should be underdog. My betting model gives a better chance to Texas, so 52.74% of chance for Texas. And bookmakers have them at minus 179. So Texas is overrated, at least based on my numbers. And they have Pittsburgh at plus 161, which means I believe there is a value with Pittsburgh. But because I'm looking at 1.5 at this moment, I'm a little bit more selective. I'm not looking for adjusted Kelly 1 or 1.25, but I'm a little bit more selective with 1.5. This is just below qualified bet, but if I need to go in full game money line, I would go with Pittsburgh plus money. But of course, I also analyze first 5 innings separately, because if you use full game analysis, you need to combine starting pitcher and bullpen, right? But if you analyze only first 5 innings, then you can use only pitcher statistics against the team, right? And in this case, I see a value with Pittsburgh in first 5 innings. My projected odds still show that Texas will have better chance to win, 53.09%. And Pittsburgh should have 46.91% in first 5 innings, which gives me the odds of 2.13. However, bookmakers have Pittsburgh in first 5 innings at 2.82 and taking safer version plus 0.5 at 2.14, which means Pittsburgh should not lose first 5 innings. This is 1.75 unit play. Okay, so Pittsburgh first 5 inning plus 0.5 Asian handicap or small run line. This is my qualified bet. Okay, when it comes to odds and betting options, I think every bettor should explore different bookmakers options. Bet online is for Americans is much better than DraftKings or FanDuel. I'm not promoting any bookmaker right now, but just exploring options, because many bookmakers have good odds and you can have access to them. Maybe just the barrier is that you don't want to use bitcoins from transactions, or you don't trust it. But of course, there is many better options than just some soft bookies. Okay, Detroit against Tampa Bay Rays, Jack Flaherty against Shane Bass, two right-handed pitchers. Based on my projections, Tampa Bay should be small favorite. They are small favorite, but much closer to 50-50 game. That's why I think value is with Tampa in this game. Not good enough to pull a trigger, but Tampa is the team I would go at close to 50 money. Baltimore Yankees, Sugano against Max Fried. Just a second. Sugano against Max Fried, right against lefty. Based on my projections, Yankees should be minus 176. They are minus 227, so there is small value with Baltimore. Cincinnati, St. Louis, Brady Singer against Palante, two right-handed pitchers. I give St. Louis 60.63% of chance to win this game. Cincinnati 39.36% of chance to win this game once we turn them into the odds. I have St. Louis at minus 154. Bookmakers have them at minus 130. That's why I think there is a value with St. Louis. Not good enough, but there is a value with St. Louis. Arizona, Colorado. Zach Gallen against Austin Gomber. Colorado is really weak team this season. The first teams, I think they have around 60 winning percent, right? Win rate on standings. And Colorado is way below 20, I think, or really bad. They're really weak team. I don't know what will happen with this franchise in the future if they will keep playing like this. But still, of course, betting more gives better chance to Arizona. But again, what are the prices? I don't think there is any value in this game. Maybe small value with Colorado because they are getting you can get good prices on Colorado. But the probability of success is small. So those are two different things, right? The value and the probability of a win. Those are the different things. So I don't see enough value, at least based on my numbers in this game. So it is still below my criteria. Then we have Houston against Angels. Yesterday I had Houston. It was a losing bet. But today they will go with Hunter Brown against Kikuchi against Angels. My betting model gives 68.77% of chance to Houston. My projected odds are minus 220, bookmakers minus 179. So I think there is a value with Houston. It is above one adjusted Kelly, which is, I think, small value, but I think the true value is in first 5 inning with Houston. Okay, so I have first 5 inning Houston at 1.62 because because my projected is 1.46 at 1.75 unit. Okay, then we have a couple of games where pitchers are not qualified because either they are new or they are to be decided. They are not listed yet. So I simply put league average number just to get rough probabilities, rough numbers, and to put in my table so I have all games organized so I don't miss anything. Kansas against San Diego Padres. I think my odds and bookmakers odds are very similar. So my betting model has 1.67 on Kansas, bookmakers 1.61, which I don't see any value. Then we have Cleveland against Oakland, Tanner Bibby against Jeffrey Springs. Bookmakers have this game close to 50-50, where they give a little bit better chance to Cleveland, but my betting model gives better chance to Oakland. I think Oakland beat Houston yesterday, and I hope they can beat Cleveland again. I only found the value in full game, not in first 5 innings. So this is 2-unit play on an underdog. So this is basically play of the day. Oakland money line plus 109 for 2 units. Okay, this is the best play I think today. Washington Dodgers. Based on my projections, Washington should be not small, but underdog. I have them at plus 148, bookmakers plus 161. So maybe they're a little bit underrated, but not in the range to be qualified bet. I can check also first 5 innings. I think better option is first 5 inning on Washington if you can take plus run line, but still not good enough for me. But I think there is small value with Washington first 5 inning. Okay, if you can take some run line. Boston, San Francisco Giants, Hunter Dobbins against Birdsong, two right-handed pitchers. Not enough value. So basically my numbers and bookmakers numbers are the same. So if you check this number, this is my projected number for San Francisco, minus 127, and bookmakers number is minus 125, which is basically the same. Okay, so what we have Pittsburgh first 5 inning plus 0.5. We have Houston first 5 inning, and we have Oakland 3 bets. three qualified bets, and I hope we can make a profit. Okay. So now I want to say a couple of words about betting models, because I believe that every bettor should have his own spreadsheets, or the way you analyze games. If you cannot analyze games, if you cannot find plus CV, you will always take bookmakers odds, or you will always follow picks, and you will never make money in sports betting. Okay. That's why I believe that everyone who is passionate about sports betting should have his own betting model, his own unique idea. Okay. But of course, many people don't know how to start uh, building betting models. Okay. Building a betting model comes with two things you need to understand. Okay. The first one is understanding the sport and your own idea what you want to do, and the second thing is to use a tool like a spreadsheet. Okay. As I said many times, I don't use complex software, I don't use paid programs, and I don't even use any complex thing. Okay. So I know 5 functions, 5 formulas, 5 different concepts, and then I combine them uh, in one betting model. Okay. So you can look at this as notes, and then you can play a music, or compose a symphony. Okay. But everything starts with idea. Okay. So I will just go to whiteboard, and I will try to explain what was the idea behind a betting model for baseball. Okay. So when you look at baseball, you have a pitcher. Okay. Let's say this is a pitcher. Okay. He will pitch a ball. Okay. He is on the mound, and he is pitching the ball. On the other side, you have guys who will try to hit this ball, right? Okay, I will just make it like this. Okay, those are the guys. Okay, and this pitcher has some number. Okay, let's say 3.8. Okay, this can be some ERA metric. Okay, it can be ERA, Sierra, X5P, but we know that we have some number that will describe the picture. I want to explain this on a very simple way. What is the idea behind a betting model? So I look at a guy who is pitching to other guys. Okay, and they want to hit. This guy has some number that describe his skill. Okay, this is his skill. Okay, I will just make it like this. This is his skill. Okay, the bigger the number, okay, this is weak. Okay, weaker. Okay, I'll just make it like this. Weak. If the number is bigger, it is weaker. If the number is going down, let's say ERA 2.5, this is better, right? This is, I will say, just good. Okay, I could go good and bad. Okay, good. Okay, I will just make it like this. Okay, this is bad. Okay. Okay, and then this pitcher will go against some guys who are good, bad, average, and so on. So what I want to do, I want to find out against which players he will pitch, and then I want to multiply their number with this number. So if he is playing against the average, exactly against the average player, then I want that this number stays the same. If he is pitching against weaker than the average, that will be good for him. So I want to multiply with some number that this number will go down. So this can be 0. Let's say 0.9, right? 0.9. Okay, because if you multiply 3.8 with 0.9, you will get smaller number, which is good, right? And if he will play against good team, very good team, or very good players, then I want to multiply this number with some, let's say, with 1.2. And once you multiply this with this will go up, right? and his team will allow more runs. Okay, this is very simple, very simple concept. Okay, how to do this? What I did, I simply put all the players in the table, calculate the average, and this is 1. Those players who are above this will be better, and they will be, I don't know, 1.1 better than this number and this number. If they are weaker than the league average, the player or the team will get this number, let's say minus 0.8, right? And depends on this, I will increase this number or decrease. Okay, so if let's say Colorado is weak team, right? Colorado is weak team. Colorado will be, let's say, 0.7, right? 0.7. So they are for 30% weaker than league average. Once you can create a lineup and you see all these numbers, because they also have some hitting statistics, right? You have all kinds of advanced statistics for hitting, and you can, let's say, you can use them on a 100 metric or 1-1, right? And let's say that they have 108, that would be 8% better than league average, right? And Colorado in this case, let's say, is 30% weaker than league average. And if Colorado is playing against this pitcher, what I want that this number is going down. So what I would do, I would multiply 3.8 multiplied by 0.7, okay? And I would get, I don't know, 2 point something, right? And then this ERA or ERA metric will be, instead of 3.8 runs, it will be, I don't know, let's say 2.7, right? And his team will allow 2.7 runs. Okay, this is team A. Okay, I also need to have team B. Okay, and let's say that the team B pitcher is has, I don't know, ERA metric 4.5, and he's going against a good team, so his 4.5 will go up, and it will be 4.9 runs allowed. So we have, and then we have final number. So first team will allow 2.7, will allow 2.7 runs, and the second team will allow 4.9 runs, which means we can say team A will score 4.9 runs, and this one will score 2.7 runs, right? And from this, you need to use some statistical concept or distribution, and from this you can get probabilities. Okay, I'm just making up these numbers, I'm just showing you the concept. Okay, and then you will say, okay, 65% of chance has this team, and 35 35% has the second team, right? And from this, you simply divide 1 by probability. Okay, I will just make it like this, 1 by probability, and you get decimal odds and you get American odds. I don't know, this is, let's say, I don't know, minus 160 or minus, let's say, minus 170. Okay, minus 170, and this is plus 170. Okay, and this is how you do. And then you look at the bookmaker. Okay, and then you look at the bookmaker and you see team A odds and team B odds, and let's say that bookmakers offer minus 130 on first team, and let's say plus 115 because they also use the margins. And then you say, okay, I have projected that this team should be minus 170. They offer me minus 130. And then you have plus EV. And this is basically the whole concept. But everything starts with the simple story, okay? You see, you understand the game, right? So you have a pitcher. He has some statistics that describe his skill. And then this skill is going against other skill, okay? And other skill can be described with the averages, where you can create factors, okay? Like how much is better one or the second team against league average. And then you can multiply and increase this. This is the core concept. And then you go deeper, okay? How you go deeper? First of all, you can say you will use this season statistics. Then you can say, okay, I will use this season statistics, less 30-day statistics, and less 3-year statistics. And let's say you will say, I will give 30% weight to this, 40% weight to this, and 30% weight to this. So you create different tabs. And for tab, you combine this with some product, okay? Then you can do the same for this. You also can say, okay, I will use less 30 days statistics, less 14 days this season, less 3 days, less 3 season statistics. You create different tabs, combine them in one table. So you get one table and averages for all. Then you can add a new layer, okay? You can say, not you can say, but you will say this. Pitcher can be either lefty or righty, right? And then you find statistics for all the players, how they hit against lefties and how they hit against righties. You also create different tables. And then you use only statistics from hitters, how they hit against lefty if he's lefty, right? You can use if function. If, okay, if this pitcher is righty, then take this stats. It is very simple to do this in Google spreadsheets, okay? The next thing, what I want to say, you always need to build on what you know. That's why I always say the basics are very important, okay? Always go step by step, like a puzzle, okay? Build it like a puzzle, step by step, brick by brick, okay? Don't make it complex at the start, okay? The basic concept is this, okay? You can use ERA for just for the start. Use ERA, click averages, and do like this, and then start building on that, okay? The next thing, you say, okay, the pitcher is not pitching full game, right? So around 60%, he will pitch around 60% of the game, right? The 40% will be bullpen, right? What you need to do, you need to find statistics for bullpen. And then you simply go 60% multiplied against the stats against the hand, let's say if he's lefty, and then 40% against overall team, okay? Then the next step, you can go even further because pitchers can go differently into the game. Some pitchers will go 4 innings, some pitchers go 5 innings. So you can go, if one pitcher make, I don't know, 5.27 innings per game, you can be more precise and you divide by 9 and you get, instead of 0.6, you can get more precise number, right? And this number is this number minus 1 minus this number to get bullpen numbers, right? Then the next step, you can go with bullpens. So you can say this season bullpen, you can go with less 30 days bullpen, you can go with less 14 days bullpen. Then you can go even further. You can say we have different statistics. We have ERA, we have Sierra, we have expected fielded independence pitching, we have expected ERA, we have FIP, we have man. You can create the table with all this, and you can combine all these statistics into one of your statistics giving different weights, right? The same with batting, with hitting, right? So you always go step by step, and adding more and more complexity to the betting model, okay? But everything starts with the simple idea. You have a guy who is pitching against the other team who wants to hit that ball. You have statistics for this guy, okay? And you know that you need to increase his ERA. You will expect that his ERA will increase if the team on the other side is good, if it is better than average, right? And you want to decrease his ERA if the team on the other side uh, is weaker, right? Because even if your pitcher has ERA, let's say 5, but if he's playing against Colorado, in this game you can expect that he can allow a little bit less runs because the team is weaker, right? And this is the concept, okay? And this is the concept. So you have the pitcher with statistics that describe him, and you have hitting team with some other statistics that describe him, okay? Turn this into the factors and try to use common sense. And then once you get these numbers, then you get final score. And from final score, you can always calculate probabilities. You must use some distributions, or you need to use some statistical concepts, which I show in my betting courses. But this is the concept you use. So every time when I look at the game, no matter if this is basketball, ice hockey, esports, let's say in NHL, the idea was the same. We have one team who is attacking against the other team, and the other team has some defensive skill. And if my team is playing against other team, and this defense is very good, I expect that my team in today's game will score a little bit less. So I want to decrease a little bit less, right? Decrease my scores a little bit, and vice versa. For soccer, the same story. In basketball, you have one team which is playing against the other team, and you also want to decrease or increase. In esports, we have different teams. They are going. Basically, is always you have some kind of offense and defense, okay? And the core concept is offense is going against league average defense, better than league average defense, or weaker than league average defense, okay? And you can just use common sense and your idea, and then you need to have the notes, understanding of spreadsheets that you can put this into it, okay? Because if you have idea but you don't know how to turn this into the probabilities, then you cannot make it, okay? Imagine like you want to write a book but you don't know how to write, okay? So you need to have idea, okay? You need to have idea, and ideas can be different, and unique ideas are great because this is only your idea. So this is idea. My idea was I have a pitcher which goes against hitters, okay? This is the idea. You need to have idea, okay? Usually people who follow sports, I know many of you follow baseball or something, you're passionate, and I think you have even better idea than me, but you don't have this skill, okay? And then you need to have skill or knowledge, okay? Skill, idea plus skill, okay? This is like the idea of the story, and this is writing ability, okay? So you need both. Either someone else will write you for you, and but usually you will pay 10,000 American dollars if you will hire someone who will make a betting model just for you. But you can learn this skill on a very simple way, because spreadsheets are great. And once you have those two things, you have a betting model for analyzing games, okay? And you should always start with the basic thing, okay? And then once you have the model, you have something most people don't have. You can calculate probabilities. And as I said, you can always then build on that, give more layers, add more ideas, give different weights, okay? But the core concept is always the same. You have one team which is going against the other team, and your goal is to get probabilities at the end so you can turn them into the odds, okay? And this is what most people don't do this, okay? They are always focusing on the idea, okay? Because they have the idea or knowledge about the sport, and then they want to bet, but they completely miss this thing, okay? Skill and basics. Use this as a notes, okay? Those are, if I turn this into the, so I will just make it like this. Okay, this is like you have the idea. So I'll just make it like this, idea, and then you need notes, okay? Notes, and then this is some music. Or symphony. Okay? Most of you have the idea. What you need to do, you need to learn the notes. And once you learn the notes, you know them for your lifetime. And then you can write the music, okay? Or betting model, okay? And this is the idea. This is the skill, how to turn this into the numbers. And then you can bet and build anything you want, okay? So I hope you got the idea or two. And of course, if you want to learn the notes, visit underdogchance.com, because this is what I teach. And whatever decide to take, I wish you good luck and see you next time.